Next up, it is Tanner Morley, who is a lineman coming out of Valor, one of the most powerful programs in the state of Colorado at the preps level. And he's also an FBS signee to play with Colorado State. And Tanner, that's the first thing I want to ask you is, of all the options that you may have had in front of you, why was Colorado State the fit for you?
Yes, sir. Honestly, coming to my official visit with Colorado State, it just felt at home immediately when I got there. The coaches there are just amazing coaches, and they really bring that family aspect to me. And then just the town, like I'm from Colorado, so being here is very important to me. My family can come up, see the games, and I know that's going to be a great opportunity for me. And I really just never looked back after I did commit.
And when we're talking about opportunities, how much do you know about the Rams as a program and then specifically the offensive line? What opportunities do you think you might have in the near future up in Fort Collins?
Yeah, so I know we had some problems last year in the offensive line area, and we got in, I think, around 10 new offensive linemen, four in my class, including me. And so I'm like really excited that I'll be able to hopefully like work my butt off for a spot. But like things always happen and all that. But I'm excited that I can go in there and just really show how much I've progressed and gotten stronger, and I want to be the best player I can become. And I really think that Coach Bess and Coach Norvell really have that interest for me, and really think that like we can combine together to go that way.
I've seen you play a lot, whether on site or going through your tape in some of the roles that I play at the preps level. Your self-awareness, what do you think was attractive to them up at CSU as far as you as a player in an offensive line?
Obviously, I'm a pretty big dude right now. I'm like 6'6", getting pushing 6'7" actually, and then I'm around 308 to 310. So I'm obviously my size really helps who I am as a player, but also my athleticism. I played lots of sports my entire life, and just to be able to all those to combine into football, and how I like work out and all that, my athleticism and strength just really plays into how I play and how I want, like, and that's what Coach Bess and Coach Norvell really stuck out to them.
When you talk about how you are well-rounded as an athlete, lacrosse, it
Yeah.
catches my attention. You're not the first really huge long pole defender I've seen on a lacrosse field. What's your story with lacrosse?
So I've played lacrosse my whole life, and it's just like really been one of those sports that I like. When I was younger, actually, it like was one of my favorite sports, and I know you can't really play like as much lacrosse when you're older, just like there's not as much money in that, and obviously, but there's like it's just always been one of my loves. Like it's such a fun sport, and it uses so much athleticism that when I used to play, like it's just a community too. Like all lacrosse players know each other. So I played all the way through my 8th grade. I played my freshman year, and then our freshman year got cut short because of COVID. And so after that, I was like, I think I'm gonna focus on football right now. It's kind of hard to keep up playing offensive line and lacrosse, just like with weight and stuff. And then this last year over the summer, went to the Sandstorm tournament, and it's in California, Palm Springs every year. My old team used to go, and so our old team got all back together, and we just played in the Sandstorm tournament, and it was so much fun. Like it was so good to play that sport again. And it was a lot different too, because I'm a lot bigger than I was. So like I could move well with those guys, and no one would dodge on me though. They're all too scared.
Right.
But
And that's kind of what I've seen with you on the football field. I've never watched you play lacrosse, but that all fits with what I'm thinking with you being kind of diversified for your size. I mean, Tanner can move, and he shows it. And you not only show it on, say, the football field, track and field, in lacrosse, but Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. How would you describe your game on the social media, man?
I got a lot of stuff happening on the socials right now. I got a TikTok account called Tub Eats, and pretty much I get food and I rate it, and people seem to love it. I'm a charismatic guy, and I just give it my all. So that, and then I make some like football TikToks and whatever. But I just really just show who I am and what my personality is, and just try to be myself.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, and that's what's impressive. Is here's a guy, yeah, he knows his size and how that the balance is with you trying to dance around in that. Like
Yeah.
you got a level of I don't care, I'm going to be myself,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's kind of impressive. How do you think all of that on the socials helped your brand marketing? You know, including catching the attention of FBF's coaching staffs.
Yeah, a funny story. One of my buddy, he was a freshman last year, and he was visiting a school, and he was like, this one of these kids came, or one of the college recruiters came up to him, and he was like, "No way, you know Tub Eats," and I was like, oh, that's because it's like that is just really just shows like who I am, and like it doesn't show as much like my football skills with the Tub Eats channel, but it definitely it captures a lot. And like with the NILs type of stuff, like I've been able to kind of build my brand off of that. And like I got my own cookie named after me, and we like partnered up with Twisted Sugar, and like had the proceeds go to, or some of the proceeds go to the Wounded Warrior Foundation. So it was really special.
And then wheeling back around to special connections in the business of football, you talk about your future head coach, and head coach Jay Norvell just finished up his first season with Colorado State. And then your Valor head coach, Brett McGatlin, you just had 1 year with him.
Mhm.
If you think about those are new relationships for you. How would you describe the similarities or what those strengths are as you move
Yeah.
forward?
So with Coach McGatlin this last year, it was absolutely amazing playing with him. Like he cares about us so much, and I saw that also with Coach Norvell. Like with Coach Norvell, when he was recruiting me, he was all about getting to know me and my family. Like when he pulled us in and we had brunch at his house, and we uh we talked in his office, like, and he would call me almost before every other game this last season, before his games too. We'd text constantly, but just the communication and love for one another that Coach Norvell and Coach McGatlin both had for me and my family, and just the best for our whole team, just really like exemplifies what kind of coach I want to play for.
And also with relationships, how about the other guys? I think the other signees with CSU, Javion Smith Combs from the Denver metro area. So is Silas Evans. Do you know those guys, and how are you guys connected?
Oh yeah, yeah. So Silas, we met on a Wyoming visit one time. Actually, it was an unofficial visit, and ever since then, like we got each other's Instagrams, and I committed before him, and then he texted me one day. He was like, "Dude, I'm gonna be a Ram," and I'm like, "Let's go, man! Like that's awesome." And then Javion on the other end, I didn't even know who he was until like pretty much the start of this year, and then I saw him at the media day. I was like, "Dang, this dude is big," and I was like he came out of nowhere, and so me and him, we became really good friends recently, and we were pretty much rivals because he was a Creek kid, took
Mm-hmm.
4 or 3 state championships away from me, but that's all right. We settled the beef, and we're really good friends now, really close, and like I'm really excited to get to know those guys more.